Luna Stellaris. The desert wind tasted of sand and forgotten prayers. I, Luna Crescent, though most call me Stellaris, traced constellations on the cracked earth with a worn finger. My days were a rhythm of observation, charting the dance of sun and moon for the nomadic commune of Ethel. We followed the rains, sought out ancient springs, and held the stories of our ancestors. It was a quiet life, a good life, but lately, the moon's whispers had grown insistent, filled with a disquiet I couldn't name. The anomaly arrived with the last sliver of the waning moon. A shimmering distortion in the sky, not a storm, not a mirage, but a tear. It pulsed with a cold, violet light, and from it fell a single object, a smooth, obsidian sphere, humming with a power that resonated deep within my bones. Old Man Tiber, our storyteller, swore it was a starstone, a relic of a civilization lost to the great dust. He said it called to those who listened to the void. I wanted to ignore it. To leave the starstone buried beneath the dunes, a curiosity best left undisturbed. The commune needed me, my calculations guided our travels, my knowledge of herbal remedies kept us healthy. This felt like a distraction, a dangerous pursuit of something beyond my understanding. I tried to convince Tiber it was a trick of the light, a geological anomaly. He only smiled, his eyes reflecting the distant stars. The moon doesn't offer gifts to those who refuse them, Stellaris. Old Man Tiber wasn't a mage, not in the traditional sense. But he was a repository of forgotten lore, a weaver of histories. He spoke of the Skykeepers, a people who'd harnessed the energy of the cosmos, who'd built cities among the stars. He taught me to interpret the starstone's subtle vibrations, to decipher the language of light it emitted. It doesn't offer power, he rasped, it offers understanding. But understanding comes with a price. He gave me a sunstone amulet, etched with lunar glyphs. For protection. The void doesn't take kindly to intruders. Leaving Ethel felt like severing a part of myself. The dunes stretched before me, endless and unforgiving. I carried little, the sunstone amulet, some dried provisions, and the starstone, cradled in a woven pouch. I followed the pull of its energy, a magnetic force leading me towards the silent peaks, a range of mountains shrouded in perpetual shadow. It was a journey into the unknown, a deliberate stepping outside the circle of everything I'd ever known. The peaks were not silent. They echoed with the whispers of wind and the rasp of unseen creatures. I encountered the Sand Runners, a nomadic tribe fiercely protective of their territory. They viewed the starstone with suspicion, believing it to be cursed. But their shaman, a woman named Lyra, recognized the ancient energy within it. She warned me of the shadow beasts, creatures born from the void, drawn to the starstone's power. Lyra became a reluctant ally, guiding me through treacherous canyons and teaching me to navigate by the stars. I also met Kale, a scholar exiled from a distant city, obsessed with finding the lost Skykeepers. He sought the starstone for his own purposes, a simmering ambition lurking beneath a veneer of academic curiosity. The energy of the starstone led me to a hidden plateau, a place untouched by the sands of time. In the center stood a monolithic structure of obsidian, pulsing with the same violet light as the stone. It was a gateway, a remnant of the Skykeeper civilization. The air crackled with power, and I felt a growing sense of anticipation and dread. Kale followed, his eyes gleaming with avarice. He revealed his true intention, to harness the gateway's power for himself, to rebuild the Skykeeper's empire and rule over the wastes. Kale activated the gateway, unleashing a wave of chaotic energy. Shadow beasts erupted from the portal, swarming the plateau. He used the energy to amplify his own abilities, becoming a formidable opponent. The battle was fierce, a clash of ancient knowledge and raw power. I used the sunstone amulet, channeling the energy of the sun and moon, to disrupt his control over the gateway. The amulet resonated with the structure, creating a feedback loop that threatened to destroy everything. I had to overload the system, to sever Kale's connection and close the portal, even if it meant sacrificing the gateway itself. With a final surge of energy, I overloaded the gateway. The portal collapsed, imploding in a cascade of violet light. Kale was thrown back, his powers neutralized. But the implosion released a wave of energy that washed over me, imbuing me with a fragment of the Skykeeper's knowledge, a memory of their lost civilization. It wasn't power, but understanding, a vision of a universe interconnected by energy, a cosmic tapestry woven with the threads of light and shadow. I held in my hand a small shard of obsidian, a key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. The implosion of the gateway didn't just close a portal, it disrupted the balance of the wastes. The shadow beasts, though weakened, remained a threat. The disruption also caused erratic weather patterns, threatening the nomadic communes. My knowledge, while expanded, felt like a burden. The shard of obsidian was a beacon, attracting unwanted attention. I had to find a way to restore balance, to use the Skykeeper's knowledge for the good of the people, but I was no longer just Luna Crescent, the scholar of Ethel. I was something more. The shard led me to a hidden oasis, guarded by the last remnants of the Skykeepers, not beings of flesh and blood, but constructs of light and energy. They tested me, not with physical challenges, but with philosophical dilemmas, forcing me to confront my own motivations and the potential consequences of my actions. The shadow beasts attacked, drawn to the oasis energy. I used the Skykeeper's knowledge, combining it with my understanding of the natural world, to create a shield of light, protecting the oasis and its guardians. It was a final test, a proving ground for my newfound abilities. I returned to Ethel, not as the scholar who had left, but as a guardian, a weaver of balance. I shared the Skykeeper's knowledge, teaching the communes to harness the energy of the sun and moon, to cultivate sustainable practices, to live in harmony with the wastes. The shard of obsidian became a symbol of hope, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. The desert wind still tasted of sand and forgotten prayers, but now, it also carried the whisper of a new beginning, a future built on understanding, resilience, and the enduring power of the stars.